Alright, good morning y'all. Welcome back to Steadfast Homestead. Today we have a very busy day ahead of us. So for years my wife has been talking about wanting this new type of animal. We actually have an opportunity to pick some up this weekend. But as you can see, where that sprinkler is currently running, there's literally zero infrastructure for this new animal. So today we have to put up some fencing, build a small shelter, and try to get the area prepped and ready for this new animal coming to our homestead. Like I said, there is a sprinkler running here right now. The ground here is freaking hard, y'all. You don't even know. I was shocked we got down here. We have Premier One fencing with step-in posts. Normally you just step on the things, you put them in there. Down here you can't even drive them into the ground once in a while. We are actually soaking the ground, have been for a couple hours now. Soaked it for a while last night as well, in hopes that I can drive some T-posts into the ground for these new animals. We got a lot to do today in getting this stuff ready. So here we go. Hold the tape measure over at the post again. Hold it over to the post. Down. Yeah, down a little bit. Right in there somewhere. Yep, right there. Well, now hold it tight against the post. Yeah, thank you. Y'all see that? All that pounding. That's all I got. Holy crud. Down a little lower. A little lower. Right in there. Perfect. Thank you.
I got you twisted.
That's fine. Oh, down lower. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That one went easier. Alright y'all, we just got back from Mississippi. Ran to Lowe's and a TSC to be able to get the components that we needed for this pig pen. Animal pen. Not supposed to talk about the fact it's pigs yet. Anyways, so we don't have a trailer, but as you can see, you could take 16-foot pig panels and bend them all the way over in the bed of your pickup truck and strap them in there real good. And it'll work just fine to get your panels home. Might get some weird looks. Put some ratchet straps on it so you don't actually lose them going down the road. It'll be alright. Adapt, improvise, and overcome, folks. Here we go. Alright, Lily, what do you think of the idea of getting pigs? Strong silent type. Alright, so we're just going to fasten our fencing to the T-posts, the panels to the T-posts with zip ties. Could use wire or anything else really, but because this is just going to be temporary, we're going to be moving these animals around. You don't really have to go overboard with your securement. Just do 3 feels pretty solid. So that's probably what we'll end up doing, is just the three zip ties on each post. What? Alright, I have a feeling that I have already kind of screwed up. As you can see, we got some of these secured already, but they're done up on the inside of my T-posts. I have a feeling I'm going to want them on the outside of the T-post like that one, so that way I can get these insulators on there to be able to run our hot wire around on the inside. So I might have to cut everything loose and do this again. As you can see, we got 2 insulators on each corner because we're going to run two strands of hot wire along the bottom. And then we'll have the panels on the outside kind of being the main fencing, and the hot wire just to keep them away from the fencing. So we got the panels put back up after I had to cut them down with the insulators all installed. So our next step, we got to go through and put the poly rope on that we're using for the wiring itself. It's just American Farm Works brand poly rope, electric fence wire. I've never used this poly rope stuff, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people like it. So we're going to give it a shot. Let us know in the comments down below if you've ever used it and kind of what your thoughts are on it. Let us know what we're in for. One thing I should mention about these panels is they're just tall enough to make it really uncomfortable to step over them. So keep that in mind. Alright y'all, so the camera actually overheated and wouldn't turn back on earlier, so I had to continue working. But as you can see, we've got our pig pen set up here now. I got the tarp up on there to give them some shade. We're actually going to be building something very similar to that for the sheep in the sheep pen probably tomorrow. But we got our poly wire stretched all the way around. Kind of give you a quick walk around of it. Obviously I got junk all up in there still, but we'll get that cleaned out before the pigs get here. We got that, and then we got our ground rod. They didn't have any of the short ground rods like what we have for the sheep, which are really nice. They're, I think it's 18 inches long, and it's got a T-handle on the top so you can drive them in easier. They didn't have anything like that, so we had to get a full-on house grounding rod. And I just drove it in with the T-post driver. Worked okay. I was gonna actually drill a hole. I bought a fancy masonry bit to be able to drill a hole for that into the ground, but I couldn't find my drill. So as you can see, nice shady spot for the pigs. Over here we have our power unit for the fencing. This is about a medium-sized fencing charger. Obviously 2.2 joules, so it's rated for up to like 60 miles of fencing. We keep our fencing chargers in these totes. That way they stay out of the rain. But I put my fencing tester on the poly wire while it was charged, and it was sitting with over 7,000 volts. So that ought to be plenty to keep them little porkers away from the fencing. Super excited to go get them this weekend. We got a lot of work to do around the homestead this weekend on other projects, but we are prepped and ready for our piggies to arrive. So super exciting, and can't wait to show them to you guys.